I have a book in me.
This is my friend, my brother.
Thank you, Kelly and Oliver.
I'm a multi-award winning best-selling author.
If you want to start a new business, I suggest you write the book on it.
God woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and I wrote a book.
Some of you got books already. Some of you got novels already.
The lead generator is the book.
You write a book, you leave a legacy to your children.
And I hope you guys listen to these guys so they know what they're talking about.
What's up, everybody? I'm the publisher, Mr. Kelly Cole.
I'm the writing architect, Dr. Oliver T. Reid, relationship architect and writing coach.
All right, so it is Saturday night. You know what I could be doing on a Saturday night rather than recording a podcast?
You can be doing a plethora of other things.
But welcome to the Books-N-Brothas podcast. Once again, we're keeping our promise. We will never go a week without giving you guys a podcast, whatever we need to do to make it happen. I just told my brother, the next time he can't make it, I'm doing it without him. This is going to be Books, AWOL brother.
It can't happen. You can't bring up the heartbeats. Can't bring up, you know what I'm saying, the dream team.
Hey, the Fat Boys broke up. But cool, yeah. Since it's late, bro, let's go ahead and jump into it. What I wanted to talk about is what's stopping people from writing a book. So I went to a workshop today. Shout out to Pastor Aaron Murphy, Thankful Baptist Church in Johnson City, Tennessee.
Okay.
He put on something called the Turn Summit. I want to make sure I got that right. Oh, I got it right here. Yeah, it's called the Turn TURN Summit. And he had 3 dynamic speakers. And the last one, his name was Toby Patton. And to put it in perspective, I've been on Toby. Toby's a speaker. He just got certified by John Maxwell. And he's been speaking for years, been ministering for years. And I've been on him about doing a book. And he was like, when I walked in, he was like, man, it's so funny that you're here because I'm going to touch on you. I'm going to touch on you pressuring me to do a book. So his whole presentation was about growth gap trap. So like how to grow like in gaps. And he was saying like he realized like he needs to do his book. And some of the tips that he talked about related to why he hasn't done the book yet. So I thought it'd be a great topic for us to talk about, like what's stopping people from writing a book. So I'm gonna jump into it. I'm actually using some of my notes from the actual event today, so it was dope. First thing first, and I tell y'all this is a question that I always get. People always ask me, or this is what they put in my inbox. I want to write a book, but I don't know where to start. And I say it over and over and over and over and over and over again. How you start writing a book is just start. That's it. Just start. Just start. Just get it going. Like we always in this podcast, you don't have to get it right. You just got to get it going. All right. Another thing, I was speaking with one of my authors today, and he said to me he wanted the editor of his book to rate his book from 1 to 10. And I said, bro, I don't mind asking her to do that. I said, but the part that you're missing is she's not your target market anyway for your book. So why does it matter what she rates your book? What matters is the feedback from the people you're trying to reach with your book. Now, his book is about he made it without his father. I was like, bro, I can already tell you she's had her father in her life her whole life. So she's not even your target market. If she says your book is a 10 out of 10, it still doesn't do you any good if your target market says that it's a 1. Right. So you're focusing on the wrong things. A lot of times what's stopping people from starting, they're focusing on the wrong things. They're focusing on how long the book should be, how many pages, how many chapters, how many words per chapter, how many paragraphs per chapter. Like you're worrying about the wrong things. Just start. You don't got to get it right. Don't think about all that other stuff. You just got to get it going. Go ahead, bro. What you got on that?
Man, I think that's so powerful. I was at an event today, man. The last 2 days, just got in from an event where I was actually in in Arlington at a marriage retreat, and the guy from Arrested Development speech was there. They actually spoke. Well, I'm saying all that to say that another great weekend back to back, basically, where I was able to pretty much sell out, surpass. I mean, to the point where I got to go reorder the book, books, games. You know, it was just like everything was just sold out. And so the reason why I'm saying that is that everybody was coming up to the table and was like, "Whoa, you crushed it, you killed it." Because I spoke last night.
Yeah.
But people were still they bought more today than they bought last night. I opened up the venue, opened up the conference. They came. So I'm saying is that I wasn't worried about. There were other books there. There were other people that are doing things. Yeah. So my point I wanted to make is that I did it, right? Piggyback off your first comment, your first point. But I also say, this is my point I'm getting to. Quit getting lost in somebody else's bookyard. We say backyard, but I'm going to say bookyard. Yeah. You're busy looking at, I see people all the time, you're not writing and you're not starting your book because you're looking at everybody else and you're looking at what they're doing. You're being distracted before you can even start doing what you're doing. Right. It's like you're discerning your discernment. I always say sometimes you kind of discerning yourself before you can get yourself thanks to do it. Yeah. And I had a guy, same thing. I asked him as a writing coach, send me your stuff. Like, I'm just like, I need to be able as a writing coach to see your stuff. And he was like, well, I'm going to get it. I said, don't get it together. Just send it. That's what part of why I'm here to help you to put your thoughts and stuff together. So quit looking at everything else and just get it started. Because I was thinking to myself, man, what if I would been doing this a long time ago? Like, I wish I would have. I've been in the game a while, right? Yeah. Almost 20 years as far as, writing, having books. But I've been speaking for 30 years, 36 years. Yeah. I mean, I would say, let me say 30. I would say almost 30 years I've been speaking. If I would have had a book when I first started, 14 speaking. Yeah. Just think where I would have been today. So I'm like, get going.
Dope, bro. So, man, I think they missed that, bro. If you didn't have a book, man, you would have left so much money on the table.
Yes.
This weekend at your speaking engagements. And I was telling these guys, man, like, listen, you gotta have a book. Like, you don't understand how much, if you're getting a good fee for your speaking, having a book was going to add so much more. Like, that ride home is going to be so much greater when you've made money, extra money that you wasn't even expecting to get. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say it's so powerful, bro. I travel only 25 or 30 minutes. They didn't pay me to speak.
Right.
So that's why I had to get my ego out of the way. People pay me all the time to speak, but I had to look and say, okay, this is my target audience. Going back to what your person asked, this is my target audience. Married couple. I got so much material. I'll sacrifice 30, 45 minutes in traffic. Go there, even though I ain't gonna get, comfortable. I'm not gonna get paid to speak.
Talk about it.
But I got paid off of sales more than I probably would have my speaker fee. I would probably just been like, okay, yeah.
Right.
So it's all about you leveraging. I was able to leverage because I'm like, okay, cool. Out of that came more speaking engagements. Out of that came more people that wanted to know how to write a book.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I mean, that's it. It will supplement if you're not getting a speaker fee, especially if it's a win-win. It was your target market. Like, it would be crazy for you not to go there. You not only have books, you got a workbook, you got a game for couples, you got a, a relationship game. So it's almost crazy for you not to speak there. So, so that was the first point. They don't know how to start. All right. My next point is, a lot of people say that this is the reason what's stopping them from getting started. Is not the right time to begin writing a book. Bro, when is the right time to start writing a book?
There's never a right time. I always feel like you just got to do it.
Mm-hmm. You just got to do it. So you start writing when you get the inspiration or you get the idea for the book. And this is how I usually start. If I get the idea for the book, I just simply start making notes in my phone.
Yep.
Instead of making, like in my notepad on my phone or voice memos or different things like that. And I just start writing. Start writing my notes. And next thing you know, I piece all of my notes together. Then I'll turn on something like this and just speak it out, put everything in order, get the transcription, then send it to the editor. Boom. Like, bro, they don't understand. Like me and you both, we got books that are ready to go on our laptop right now that we can drop at any time. That I've just got sitting there.
I got 150 topics that I started.
And it's not. One dude asked me, he said, "How fast can you write a book?" I said, "Bro, I can write a book in a day. Like, it's not hard.
It's not hard at all.
Y'all making it hard, and y'all worried about the wrong things. Like, when is the right time? The time is now. The time is now. You don't know who your book is for. It is for somebody. Quit worrying about, like you said, everybody else's book yard. Like, focus on your people, the people that you're called to reach. Focus on your message, your topic, your expertise. I love it. Listen to me. I went to the event today to support the event. I didn't go there with books. I didn't go there with no intentions other than just to support the event today. You know what happened? The pastor of the event, because I was there, and the guy who, the last guy who spoke, because I sat next to him during lunch, they both shouted me out and told people in the audience, hey, if you want to get a book done, you need to see Kelly Cole. He's the guy. You know what I'm saying? And listen, 2 people came up to me and said they want to write a book and gave me their topics. Like, bruh.
It's that easy.
The right time is now. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was saying, and one of the things that's so powerful about what you just said is, and I said, I think it was on the last podcast, that your book will also be a prerequisite before you even get there. It's almost like it's a or a forerunner. So the prerequisite, I would say, it's a forerunner. Yeah. Basically, before you get there. Funny thing was, in the bio section, it listed out what I was talking about, what I've done. Yeah. So yesterday, what was so fascinating about the opening session was the guy started to be an advocate before I even hit the stage. Yeah. And it was basically an honor for me because I haven't hit the stage yet. He's like, man, this dude has da-da-da-da. He was able to pull data, able to pull resources, this book, this. So people are already ready because it served as an expert. But then what happened is that when you have a book, people can be an ambassador. Same thing happened with you. Be an ambassador for you. Because they can say, hey, Kelly's done it. He's actually published over 400 or 500 authors. He's actually doing it himself. You don't have to say nothing because you have the book that speaks. Right. Or you have the topic that speaks. What got me today, I was in a session with all men. I came today just to be a vendor and support. Well, they pulled me and say, hey, man, we want you to go and talk to the men. So I'll go in to talk to the men. I could have said, hey, man, I ain't doing that. Y'all ain't paying me. Right. You know, I could have been ego tripping. Yeah. But I always have a story, a material I started sharing with the men. They said, where can I go get this information? I got the book. I was like, go right outside. I got the book. I was just talking from the book. You don't have to recreate once you create. You don't have to recreate. You can point it back to the book. Yeah. And then another thing about it is when I did that, they were able to go out and get the book. So I'm saying that once you do it and implement it, you don't have to do all that talking. You just start to walk. We always say that we say it another way amongst ourselves, but you don't have to do all that talking if you start walking. Yeah. When you start writing, you ain't got to do all that talking. Right. You say, hey, let's go out there. Hey, cut your time in half. I got the product. So my biggest thing is this: stop just talking and start writing and walking it out. Start writing and walking it out. All right. Next point. We're going to just keep it rolling. What's stopping a lot of you from writing a book is you're afraid of making a mistake. And let me tell you, bro, when you tell them you're going to make mistakes. Listen, my first book, awful. I'm just going to tell you, it was terrible. It was, and I knew it. You know what the statement I put at the end of the book? I put, I know this book has a lot of mistakes in it. But while other authors are waiting for their book to be perfect, you're reading mine. Now, okay, so
I knew the first one was terrible. The second one, listen to me, guys. Y'all don't understand. The second one, I took my time. I did my due diligence. I hired an editor. I did all of this stuff. And guess what? It still was messed up. It still was mistakes in there. I did everything that everybody told me to do. I applied all of the things that I messed up on in the first time. It still had mistakes in there. But guess what? It still became a #1 bestseller on Amazon.
#1.
It still hit #1.
And people still buying.
People still buying it. Now, once I found out about the mistakes, I was able to correct the mistakes. Say it one more time. You don't have to get it right. You just got to get it going. Once you get it going, you can always improve upon it. Once I found out the mistakes, I revised it. I hired another editor to revise the book and got the book tight. But quit being afraid to make mistakes. All right, let's fast forward. My third book, bro, mistakes in it. I had an editor beg me to edit the book. The first editor who edited my book, Get Locked In, begged me to do it. And guess what? They messed it up. I still had mistakes in it after launching it. And guess what I did? I hired another editor. I fixed it and relaunched it. Quit letting the fear of making mistakes stop you from getting started, bro. Go ahead, bro. I know you got something on that.
Man, I'm telling you, I'll just pick back on that one for a minute before I go to the next one, because that's dear to my heart, man. You know, the first book I've ever written, it took about 10 years to write, and then when I got it finally done, it was a mess.
Yeah.
I never got one royalty out of the first book that I put out.
Wow.
And it was jacked up, and it had all kind of editorial stuff wrong with it. And I could see it on Amazon, but I couldn't do nothing. I begged the publishing company at the time to take it down. They didn't take it down. So imagine you seeing your work, you put all your blood, sweat, and tears. It's a mess, and you can't take it down. They won't respond, and this represents you. But I kept writing.
Yeah.
I wrote one of my points I'm getting to is excuses. There's another thing. You got so many excuses, man. So many people I talk to daily. You're right, go to write a book. Let's go. Oh, I got this excuse. When I get ready, I wrote my first book unemployed.
Yeah.
No money, no job, a broken computer with the short in it.
Right. Right.
I was still going to the library,
Talk to them.
lost my flash drive with all of my book stuff in it, and had to start over. But when you want to get something done, you do it. No excuses. Like, I think excuses kind of just propel you to go backwards. And all you're doing is excuse year after year after year. I know people, and you know people on the other side of this podcast that say they didn't have their book. Could be you. 10 years ago, sis, you said you were going to have your book done.
Right.
12 years ago, you had it done. Now it's an excuse. I'm going to do it when I get some money. I hear it all the time. I'm going to do it when I do. You have a quote, man, and you probably say it better than me. People buy what they want.
Yeah, people buy. No. Yeah, people buy what they want and beg for what they need.
Yep. So the excuse is, if you really want something, you're going to save and make it happen.
Yeah. Well, you're just going to buy it. You're going to do whatever you feel like doing to make it happen. Like, it's a fact. People buy what they want and beg for their needs.
Yep. And I don't see excuses and low-level thinking. You know, the hardest thing to do is get your mind up to the thing, because you can do it. You have it in you. You have a powerful story. You have a goal, a task, a topic that will sell. But if you don't see yourself selling, or if you don't see yourself writing, nobody can change that, man. One of the things that it's almost, man, it hurts me because I have a passion to produce and help people, right? To live with that full potential. When you see the excuses, you're like, man, if you get past those excuses, you have a great book.
It's already in you. Yeah, bro. Great stuff. All right, the next one I got is, you want to try to find the best way to write a book before you even start. So you're researching so many different ways to write a book before you just actually start writing. Like, and we can relate that to one word: procrastinating.
Yes.
So you're procrastinating. You're doing research. You're watching videos. You're listening to this guru, that guru, and all of this researching, all this procrastination is stopping you and keeping you from writing a book. Just write the book. You know what you're supposed to be talking about. You know your topic. You know what's in you. You know what's tugging at your heart. You know what you need to write about. that's what you need to write about. And quit saying like, yo, I got all these books ideas and I don't know which one to do first. Well, which one is tugging on your heart the most? Like, which one you have a burning desire to talk about right now? That's the one you need to write right now. Finish one book first, all right? Quit procrastinating and quit looking at all of the books. Finish one book first. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I love that. Look at it. You know, this is my topic too. I think the point I want to drive home to is quit waiting on confirmation and affirmation. I have so many people saying, well, let me talk to my husband about it.
Bro.
Yeah, you want to do that. I'm not saying to break up your happy home. Talk to your husband, talk to your
My
wife.
last point piggybacks on this. Keep going. Go ahead. I love it.
Well, let me just check and see what my business partner say about it. Let me check what my mama say about it. Before you know it. Yeah. What if they didn't hear the voice of God for your life or for your book? What if they don't have that passion for you that you have?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, that then you waiting on that confirmation. I always say that when you wait on confirmation, that leads to contamination a lot of times. But now you're staying stagnant. Because I'm waiting for Kelly, use an example, to tell me to go ahead and do it. I'm waiting for Bob to tell me to go ahead and do it. Yeah. And they might not ever tell me to do it. Now I've been sitting there for years. So quit waiting on affirmation. You have to know within yourself as a writer that this means a lot to me. I got something to say. I got something to do. Affirmation is well and good, but it may not ever come. I didn't have anybody pushing behind me. My first book, go ahead and write this book. You can do it. I didn't have a writing coach or a publisher like you. Like I tell people all the time, my life or literary journey didn't take a change for the better until I came in contact with my brother Kelly Cole. He took my book and then it went to another level. Right? But before him, I had people that were like, oh, okay, that's cool. But nobody was in my corner. You got two people here, right? Yeah. I coach every day. I'm like, yo, I'm sending people texts. Yo, where's the book? You got it. Let's go. That's my job, to make you lift that next level in your life. But I didn't have that. And sometimes you don't have that. So you might not ever get that affirmation. You don't want the affirmation or lack of affirmation to become contamination. And now you standing still and you're not doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's perfect, bro. Perfect point. Because like you said, a lot of times they're not going to see your vision. Like it's not inside of them. It's not in their heart. Like so many times we allow people with no dreams talk us out of going after our dreams or talk us out of doing something God told us to do. Like they're not going to see the vision. They're just not, and you're just going to have to do it. So a lot of times when I'm on the phone with somebody who's interested in publishing a book and they say they got to talk to their wife or their husband, I put them on the spot and say, what are you going to do if they say no, don't do it?
Wow, that's
good. It causes them to think. Like, what am I going to do if they say no, don't do it? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it really doesn't matter, like, really what you're talking about, because this is something you're called to do. Go ahead and write it. All right, my last point. Others are better than I am at this time.
Wow.
I don't care how many people have wrote a book about the topic that you want to write about. None of them have your anointing.
That's right.
None of them have your unique spin on the information. None of them have your story. None of them have your ability. None of them have your gift. None of them can speak to the people that you're called to speak to. None of them. Listen to me. Why do you think there are so many talk shows? Why do you think Dr. Phil has a talk show? Why do you think Oprah had a talk show? Why do you think all of these other talk shows, Ellen? Because all of those people are called to reach a different group of people, the same way it is with your book. Your book is called to reach a group of people, all right? It doesn't matter who you feel like. So stop comparing yourself to others. Stop looking at how many books are out there on this topic. None of them have your unique spin, your unique credibility, your unique story, your anointing, your gift, your passion. None of it. None of them have lived your life, and none of them is your name. Like none of them are named Dr. Oliver T. Reid. There's only one.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter who else writes a book on relationship. It's not the book that he wrote on relationship.
Right.
That was my last one, bro. What you got?
I got the last one, man. And to bring it on home with this, you got to see yourself. What are the fears that people say, I don't want to write a book, is that I don't think it's going to make a difference or sell. Like I think mine's all right, and I feel like it'll be okay, but I don't think it'll sell or do well.
Right.
You already pronouncing death on your thing before you gave life to it.
Yep.
You already having a funeral
Yep.
over your dream, and it kills me inside when I hear people. You already bury your dream,
Right.
you even get out the town.
Burying it alive.
I hear that people all the time. Man, I don't want to invest this money to do this, and it may not yield a return. Well, you ain't really writing anything you're passionate about, because anything you're passionate about, like you said earlier, I know it will sell. I'll stand in the rain with this book, because if you can't say I'm gonna stand in the rain with this book, then you might want to write about something else.
Right.
It might not be the passion topic that you need to. So find somewhere you say, hey, I need to see myself selling. Like I see myself selling this. I see it selling. I see it going far. And stand behind what you're doing and be committed to that. So I think a lot of times, man, people don't want to commit to it. So it's easy to have all these different excuses. But going back to see yourself selling, invest in something that you're passionate in, and let it speak for you and do it, man. That's my last one.
Bro, I've never released a book, a product, or anything on the internet and it didn't sell.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Never. Not one time did I ever release a book, a product, information course, and it did not sell. Not one time. Even my books that sucked in the beginning, they all sold.
Right. I've never had that happen either.
Exactly. So you need to get the book done. So thank you guys. That was the topic for today. What's stopping you from writing a book? Couple of announcements. Book It Masterclass coming to ATL. April the 4th is going down in the ATL. Go ahead and register. I think we have a few tickets left. I don't know the exact number, but go ahead and register. We're a little bit under a month away. And you can register at bookitmasterclass.com. Go ahead and get signed up. We're going to make that happen. Come to the ATL. If you know somebody in the ATL, go ahead and share this with them and let them know that we're coming. We want to help you step by step, write your book, walk you through publishing, marketing to bestseller, the whole nine. So you need to be in ATL. April the 4th is going down. All right. Now, if you want to book us for an event, or if you want some one-on-one coaching, book writing coaching, you want publishing, you want us to host your event or bring our event to you, shoot us an email at booksandbrothers@gmail.com, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure you're following us and subscribing to us. All right, bro, any final remarks before we give them our quote and get out of here?
No, man. Thank you guys for listening. Please share this out everywhere you see us at and where we will be. Just kind of make sure you get us on iTunes, Spotify, follow us, YouTube. Need those likes and support so we can monetize on this and reach 1,000.
All right. With that being said, you don't have to get it right.
Just got to get it going.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right, bro. I'll holler at you, man. Love you, bro.
Love you.
I have a book in me.
This is my friend, my brother.
Thank you, Kelly and Oliver.
I'm a multi-award winning best-selling author.
If you want to start a new business, I suggest you write the book on it.
God woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and I wrote a book.
Some of you got books already. Some of you got novels already.
The lead generator is the book.
You write a book, you leave a legacy to your children.
And I hope you guys listen to these guys so they know what they're talking about.